Hello, I'm your host, Buck Funkley, and you're watching Keep or West Ham. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Buck Funkley, and you are watching Keep or West Ham, the show where I put contestants in a tough spot and kind of a jam by presenting them two Spurs players, past or present. They must then choose which Spurs player stays and which Spurs player gets sent to West Ham. How's it going, everybody? We'll go around. First, we've got Jamie. How's it going, Jamie?
First of all, that intro was incredible.
Credit to Bob and my wife. My wife shot it. Bob edited everything.
It's like proper, a very American, like 80s TV show. I'm good, thank you.
Head, man. You're good.
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for being here for what is the first of many episodes of Keeper West Ham. We got Shan from the Cheese Room. What's up, Shan?
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was so brilliant. Literally, I was like dying the whole way through. And then when you were on the wheelie bins, that just topped it off. It's like, what on earth is this? It's like 80s porn with clothes.
It was good. It was really. Hey, I'm glad we did that shot. That was like a last second decision on the bins, and looks like it was a good choice.
It was a hit. It was great.
The Tash made it as well.
It did.
Oh man. I can't get rid of it now. It has to be permanent because I can't host the show without it. I don't know what I would do.
I wonder where you got that idea from. I don't
know.
It's an absolute honour to be on the show, Colin.
Once you go Tash, you can't go back. It's done.
I agree completely. Like I said, this is a permanent fixture on my face now. It's beautiful, if you ask me. Below me, though, we've got a newcomer who I've never had on my channel before. Rez, what's up, man?
Hello. Good evening. I just want to say, with that intro, I've been sort of binge watching Hill Street Blues. So for a second, I thought I was just in a time warp. It's just like I'd gone back to the 80s. So yeah, it's
perfect.
I'm a little frightened now, actually.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can get you back to the present time after this is all over. But for now, we are late 80s, early 90s, and we'll see how it goes. So we got Tommy in the house. Tommy talks ball. What's up, dude?
All good, mate. I have to say that's like the 959th time I've seen that today because you gave me exclusive earlier. And, oh my god, man, it is. You know what? It's not even the bins. It's the constant peeping around the trees. You got to watch it for a second. It's like you come in and out about 4 or 5 times. It's brilliant, pure class.
It's like a tribute to a Bananarama music video. It's fantastic.
It was definitely a trip. It was fun to make, and
you could see it being like a regional quiz, couldn't you? Like from the 80s, like a regional introduction quiz. You know what I'm saying? It's just got that about it. It's brilliant.
Yeah. To be honest, I lived out in Somerset back in the 80s when I was a little kid, and seriously, regional TV was pretty much like that. You know, advert ITV was like that,
and the police as well. Yeah.
And Bob killed it again. Bob absolutely murdered it. Oh well, we can play it again. You know what? No. Just in case anyone's just tuning
I want to
in.
see it again.
Watch the trees. Just keep an eye on the trees. Keep an eye on the trees.
Yes, there it is in all of its glory. As well. I'm glad you guys love it as much as I do. And again, big up to Bob Spur. He put that all together.
He's a bit of a magician, isn't he?
He really is. Yeah, wizard was what I. Yeah, wizard, magician. It all works. But are you guys ready for what might be the toughest game that you're ever going to play?
Well, we're Spurs
What do you mean,
fans.
Chelsea away.
I know I won't get into this too much, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come out with a draw or a sneaky win.
Well, that's
We talked about earlier. Didn't we? We're not losing this
did.
game. We are not losing this game.
Well, I
I
ruined
love
it,
your
Tommy, didn't I?
positivity, Tommy Talks Ball.
Wow.
We are not. I tell you now, I'm not even. It's not just for the sake of being positive. We are not losing this game. We're going to compete against the big boys this season, but
Well, no,
lose to the
you
Burnleys.
guys had a
Lose to the
positive.
Burnleys and Crystal Palaces.
And I said 4-2 Chelsea, didn't I? So you guys had a positive. I weren't.
See, I'm hoping you have to buy Tommy that beer tomorrow, man. They got a little side bet here, and the Spurs win.
Oh well,
Jimmy's
I'll take
gotta
a
buy
picture of him
Tommy a
drinking that beer. I will if we win.
Perfect.
Is it going to be the craft beer in the cheese room?
I ain't made of money.
There you go.
Listen,
I'll bring in a little flask.
sell beer in a cheese room? Surely you sell cheese in a cheese room.
And wine.
And port.
Yeah, yes, very much, yes.
But
absolutely.
I'm afraid that Mr. Levy hasn't been able to organise that yet. So
No.
it's a pint of Stella and a piece of
Yes, that's
cheddar.
why I think
Yes.
you get so many hoi polloi in there. You know,
the prawn
Drinking-
sandwich brigade.
yes, drinking their beer.
Nothing wrong with prawns, mate.
Yes, I prefer sherry.
Gotta say, I
yes.
prefer tuna to prawns.
Yeah.
I prefer sherry to everything, but yes.
You guys have me kind of sad that it's only coffee in the dad fuel mug today.
Put some sherry in it. It's very
I'm
nice.
gonna have to make that adjustment for the next episode. Well, guys, we're gonna jump into this first question here. First one: Ericsson or VDV? This is not easy, and it's
Evil.
not going to be. It's not going to get
Evil.
any easier, guys.
It's easy for me. It's easy for me.
It's easy.
Well,
for you.
I was born in Denmark, so
yeah.
Ericsson every time. I love VDV, but Ericsson, VDV was there for what, 2 seasons? Ericsson did it for us for many seasons. The passes before the free kicks dried up. You just saw when he was running along the penalty area, you just knew that was going to go in the top corner. That guy was special.
Yes.
And remember all those late goals he scored? Oh
Yes,
my god!
exactly. Yeah.
Ugh. We can
I'd
use
say,
that
yeah,
nowadays.
I'd say VDV to West Ham as well, but not because of necessarily each of their playing abilities, only because VDV's wife would have basically got him out of London within a couple of years pretty quickly anyway, so he wouldn't have done a huge amount for them. So
Yeah, it took him to Germany and then he split up with her, and now he's in Denmark.
yeah.
yeah. That's very true. He wouldn't have been helping West Ham for very long. That is a great point. All right, Tommy, do you have an answer?
It's tricky. I want to go against the mix, but I can't. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just because it's 2 years. Do you know what? If he was there for another season and he had that connection with Crouch for 3 seasons, because that was some connection. Crouch and Van der Vaart, that was some connection. We've had some unbelievable partnerships.
Yeah.
But Big Pav. Oh, mate, the stories on Pav, just unbelievable. I hope at one stage you got him in there. It's not going to be a big debate. It's not going to be like Pavlyuchenko against Berbatov, will it? It'll be like Pavlyuchenko against Janssen, something like that. If you're going to, it's going to be Pavlyuchenko.
I try to keep them as even as possible.
Put some respect on Pavlyuchenko's name, Tommy. Come on.
Super
He
Pav.
did score a couple of worldies, didn't he? He did score a couple of worldies.
It's like he was scoring worldies or he wasn't scoring at all. But yeah,
Super Pav.
Yeah, he scored a couple of very important Champions League goals, though. So I will never forget him for that.
True.
Yeah.
Longevity, Ericsson. Yeah, longevity has got to be Ericsson.
definitely. Even counting that season where he dropped off, and even with that in the mix, I think I would still choose to keep Ericsson. Ship VDV as much as it hurts, but I don't know.
He was the only one out of the Marvelous Seven, wasn't he? He was the only one at the Marvelous Seven. The money we spent from Bowell.
Lamella,
Yeah, Lamella and Chadley.
Come on.
Nobody gives Chadley enough respect.
I thought Paulinho was absolute mustard.
Barcelona did as well. No, Barcelona actually did, didn't they? They signed him a year later.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was weird. He weirdly didn't do too bad. I didn't think for Barcelona that season.
No, it was okay. I was surprised when I saw Paulinho playing for Barca. I thought it was a different player. It's only when I actually looked into it, and it's like, that's our Paulinho. Oh my god!
And then he went right back to China. That was definitely a weird one.
Where the money is.
Where the money was.
Winks wouldn't do bad with Xavi and Iniesta next to him, would they? Winks wouldn't do bad with Xavi and Iniesta.
Yeah, all right, Tommy. Yeah,
actually, can we ship Winks to China? Just not for football purposes. Just ship him to China. Anywhere.
Put him in a box, tape it up. He'd be like, "What are you doing, guys?" Nothing.
Chinese customs open the box, and Harry Winks steps out, and they, one turns to the other and says, "Who is this? Why do we have him?"
And then Winks says, "I got the best first touch in the club. I'm gonna be on the
little
video and make fun of you guys' first touch."
Little note inside: do it in February. Dear China, Happy New Year. That's it.
Oh, you guys, rough.
High five.
Rough on Winks. But Jamie, who are you keeping out of the two?
Don't get me wrong, I love Eriksen, and he's been a great 7. But Van der Vaart for me, he loves scoring against Arsenal. I just think he was magnificent, and he regretted leaving, didn't he? He said that was a bad choice that he did. So, to me, I'd keep Van der Vaart.
He definitely he understood that rivalry as soon as he arrived. It didn't take him any time at all to kind of settle in and to understand how much he needed to hate Arsenal, and he did it. And that was
he always scored against them. So that goal when he chested it, and everyone said it was handball, and then bottom right hand corner.
No, the best one was though when he.
That's that North London derby, wasn't it?
Yeah,
brilliant.
The penalty,
absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
No, he got it. I mean, for a player who only played for us for 2 years, he's iconic, and that's rare. That's very
absolutely. Cool. No, you hit the nail on the head there. I'm excited to hear Shan's answer to this one.
Yeah, it's got to be Eriksen, isn't it? Our midfield maestro. Literally, the things that boy did for us were just absolutely magnificent. And the fact that we didn't win a trophy while he was in the team is an absolute joke. So
I agree wholeheartedly.
He did go missing.
To the right, he's our
with the other big
dynamite
players as well, though, in the finals. That's the problem.
Yeah, we just
both
never
Ajax boys. Both Ajax boys, though, weren't they? Both Ajax
the weird
boys.
thing is, I reckon here's the weird thing. I reckon if we had VDV in the Champions League final instead of Eriksen, we might have won it.
Yes, definitely.
Because he had that belief.
Yeah, because he would have said, "Sissoko, put your fucking hand down."
He had the pedigree too. I mean, he had the big game experience. He was the Real Madrid player. He had done it all. So yeah, he would have been great to have in that Champions League final, no doubt. So we've got the board's fairly split. I'm glad that wasn't quite a unanimous decision there. Next one is a lot of fun for me personally. Are you guys ready for question number 2?
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Aaron Lennon or Lucas Moura?
Lennon every single day of the week, twice on Wednesdays. I loved Aaron Lennon. I know he wasn't the greatest finisher. He wasn't the best crosser, but when Lennon got the ball, this is probably showing my age. When you're at Tottenham, when Lennon got the ball, you heard the seats go up because everybody stood up. Yeah, he looked exciting, and that goal against Chelsea to break that hoodoo, that does it for me. I know that Moura took us into the Champions League final.
Yeah, huge. Arguably the biggest game Spurs have played in.
But Lennon
2 decades.
beating. I hate Chelsea with a passion, and to beat them after so many years, Lennon is written in history for me. So that's me.
Aaron Lennon for you, and Lucas Moura goes to West Ham, who I'm getting more and more afraid of with all these players we're sending over, as if they're not already looking good enough. Now we got Lucas Moura. I'm going to mix it up. We'll go Shan next.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Lucas. That hat trick in Amsterdam was special. I think it's probably the best night of many of our lives. Just like I just love watching him. I love watching him play, and it's similar to probably not quite on the same level as Aaron Lennon, but when he takes on 4 or 5 players and he has no fear. If only we had players in the box for him to pass to. But
Right.
yeah,
Right. No, I do
Yeah,
love
Mum.
seeing him.
Nah.
yeah.
It wasn't a fluke.
I do, Lee.
No way. Wasn't a
I
fluke.
love watching him play. I love watching him play through the middle. I just think I think he could have a big season for us this year.
He needs
Yeah,
to.
I hope so.
Honestly. We
Yeah, I
need
hope so.
for him to. Absolutely.
Number 10, I think he'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
So Aaron Lennon at West Ham. Sorry, Aaron. See you later, buddy. Next, we'll come to Tommy.
He's not gone yet, has he? He's not gone just yet, has he? Do you know what it is? You know what it is? I said this last season about Lucas, and it's sort of this is a great comparison because they're both like when you chop a chicken's head off. They're like headless chickens. They chop a chicken's head off. You got Lucas and Lenny. You don't know what they're going to do, but the opposition doesn't know what they're going to do either. That's what makes him so special. But in terms of a choice, I have to pick Lennon. He burst onto the scene when he was like 16, 17. We got him for 900 grand from Leeds. 900 grand. And we signed like the Routledge for £5 million that season. Lennon was magnificent. Bum off seats. That is the epitome of a player that gets the bum off the seats.
I'll be honest. He and Gareth Bale, when they were both wingers, at the same time, that's what really like solidified my love for Spurs. Just how exciting they were, both bombing down the flanks. Like you said, even me watching on TV, miles, thousands of miles away, like I would stand up. They were always exciting. Those were fun times for sure. Well, Jamie, what do you have to say, man?
No, I love Lucas, and I admit it, I cried when he scored the hat trick and we got into the final. So, but no, I'd say Leonard, because I remember being in the pub watching the Chelsea game when Robbie Keane put the defender on his arse and then he crossed the ball, and then Lennon just came in and then whacked with his left foot in the bottom left. Yeah. So Lennon.
Yeah, and he was right-footed too. If I'm correct? And
it was just a cross, and the way he controlled it and just turned him over. I think it was John Terry he done, didn't he? And mugged him off. I'm not sure, but then Lennon for me.
No, it was Bullaroo's.
Was it
Bullaroo's? He didn't even touch. Robbie Keane didn't even touch the ball. He just did a shimmy, and Bullaroo's went one way, and he came in and crossed it over. And
beautiful.
Yeah, I went mental. I was at work, and everyone was saying, "What are you doing, Jens? It's only a football match." I was like, "It's not only a football match, mate.
This is war."
This has been another good one. I'm glad opinions are split again. We've got Rez. What's up, man?
Oh, there's a killer. For all of the reasons that everyone said, I think the one I have to go sentimental on this one, and it's not even necessarily Moura himself. It was the reaction of the commentators when that third goal went in. I can't remember who the B2 guy was, but he goes, "Oh, they've done it! I cannot believe it!" And you hear Jermaine Gino crying in the background, literally crying. He's choking up, and I think for that I have to go with Moura.
I was going to say, because that was like in the BT Studios, Hoddle just had like a heart problem, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he's jumping up and down.
Yeah,
we were all worried about him that day. We were just like, all right, buddy, please don't die right now. But no, I actually have a video on my channel if you guys want to look. I have a video of my reaction. The Indianapolis Spurs supporters bar. I had my camera going right as Lucas scored that hat trick and finished off his hat trick. It was. It's a very shaky video, but it's a lot of fun if you guys want to check it out. It's like 30 seconds long.
I reckon I will be willing to bet that there'll be Spurs fans out there who at 3-2, I think it was, or whatever the score was, before that thing would have said, "That's it, it's over," and had left and missed that absolute moment. Can you imagine how you feel knowing that you've missed it?
I live near Amsterdam, and when that goal went in, I ran outside and I was like, "Yes!" And the whole neighbourhood was quiet.
Except for the sounds of shotguns being pumped.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you didn't get a little bit of a beating there, man. Man. Oh, Scott, Scott M is in the chat. What is up, Scott? He'd give Lucas to West Ham right now for
Hey,
free
Scott.
if they would.
How you doing?
Good Lord, Scott. Do we need no depth? I mean, whew.
It's very harsh.
I don't know if I agree with that, Scott, but I'm glad you're here, friend. So we've got everyone's answers here, and they've all been pretty good. I like that, things have differed. We've got some interesting opinions. Oh no, you guys! That was the fuck off back to Woolwich alarm.
Fuck off back to Woolwich.
We'll have to ignore that. I made this all very quick. But hey, when that goes off, this is a time when you all must pick an Arsenal player that you would take into the Spurs team. And
what, now or
yes,
current?
current
That's
Arsenal
actually
player
quite easy.
that we would take in this Spurs team. And it's not. I didn't choose it. Them's the rules.
Okay.
The alarm went off.
Saka.
It's got to be Saka.
Yeah, we need a right winger, don't we? Smith Rowe's quality as well as a number 10, but Saka.
Yeah.
Got to be Saka.
Yeah, Saka.
And if Wilshere come back, I'd love him to come in and shine our boots for a bit.
Polish everybody's boots. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
We've got no reason to hate Saka yet either, have we? He's too young, so he hasn't shit on
He
us
seems
yet.
like a
He hasn't
nice
shit
kid
on
as
us
well.
yet. Yeah, man. So let's take him. Let's take him.
Rez, are you on the Saka train?
No,
There we go.
he's not. He's not amazing, but to be honest, he'd fill a hole, and I'd take Martin Odegaard
That's actually a good shout.
because we don't have a cam, so
He's
Unless
not as good as
finally
everybody
can
thinks he
play-
is.
he's better than what we've got at the moment, which is nothing.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that.
We need to
I
start
wouldn't
playing
say that.
Ndombele at the 10.
Endon Bailey is Ndombele shits all over Odegaard.
Yeah, he's not. I don't count him as a 10. I don't count him as a 10-10. He's more central. We haven't replaced Eric.
Yeah, I think Mora at 10 shits all over Odegaard as well.
Yeah.
He's
very
had
good.
Have you watched him for
He can
Norway
do
or
it.
have you watched him for Arsenal?
No, only briefly, but
At the end of last
no,
season,
he's not as good as all this hype.
I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's all that good either.
Okay.
But it's a case of we need someone in that thing, and if we have to pick
okay.
an Arsenal player, that is a more pressing need
Sorry.
than a right winger. In my view, that's the only way
Coming
of
off on one.
saying it. Yeah.
So you
he
would
was good
take
at the end of
Eric
last
is
season.
great.
His loan spell last season, he was one of their better players. But that's when Arsenal finish 8th or 9th, you got to you know what I'm saying. That's no.
Yeah, we don't.
That's not exactly high praise, is it?
Yeah, we don't have anyone. That's the thing. It's not a case. It's like if you got to pick pick a turd, you might as well pick a turd that you need rather than one that you've already.
Nobody's picked Ben White, huh? He's £50 million. How can nobody pick Ben White?
And I think
So you wouldn't want
would have to pay for them.
when you want Saka, then no one chooses Saka, no?
No, everyone chose Saka. apart from
Everyone
me.
chose
No.
Saka.
Saka, no, what's his name?
Oh, Granite
Xhaka.
Xhaka.
Oh
Xhaka,
my
yeah.
god.
Oh, right, I was about to say.
You don't need another liability
If we
in
want
Arsenal.
red cards,
Is it weird that I forgot he was at Arsenal?
Yeah. We've just got rid of a player that fouls in dangerous areas in Serge Aurier. I'm not sure we need another one to replace him.
I'm sorry, Aurier over Doherty every day. But
Yeah, of
anyway, that's
course,
another
no.
discussion.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Martinelli from Brian Daigle in the comments.
yeah,
is a
he's
pretty
not
good
bad. Yeah,
shout as well.
Martinelli's not
Yeah,
bad. Yeah.
Tommy
good
Arsenal.
shout.
Tommy
Didn't
Asu
they send
said to
Martinelli
me-
Where's
on
Bob? Where's Bob? Bob would have something to say about Tommy Arsu, that's for sure.
Where is
TTH.
Bob?
TTH.
Let me send. Hey, actually,
Is
can one
Bob
of you
coming?
guys-
Yeah, I thought Bob was coming.
Yeah, can you send him a link, Tommy? And or can you send
I'll
him a
send him a
link?
link. I got him. I got him.
Tommy Asu, the fullback who isn't apparently.
Yeah, and the centre back who isn't.
Who isn't?
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
Stands.
there's a new position in football. It's called the general defender. He just plays in defence.
And he plays for
No one knows what he
Arsenal.
does. Yeah.
Does anybody remember sweeper? That was a position that's
Yeah,
yes,
maybe
yeah.
maybe he could be.
Was it Baresi or Maldini? Or one, yeah,
Yeah.
they were one of the best sweepers.
What a-
Actually, for Denmark, Lars Olsen, if you go back as far as 92, when we won the European Championship. Did I tell you that Denmark won the European Championship in 1992? Just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah.
Lars Olsen as a sweeper
I'm
was.
just going to write it down. One sec.
He doesn't want to forget. Good.
They were my
man.
honestly. They were my dark horses. They were my
90.
dark horses for the
90.
Euros. Denmark.
Oh, mate, I
Nice.
thought that, I didn't think
horses.
they'd go anywhere.
Was that when they kept passing the ball back and Schmeichel just kept picking it up all the time and wasting
No,
time?
that was when Yugoslavia got disqualified and we came through and we drew 0-0 with you boys and then we beat the Swedes. And no, we lost to the Swedes and we beat France 3-1. Then we beat
That must have been a hell of a win every time.
possibly the best Dutch team in a long time in the semi-finals, and then we beat possibly the best German team in a long time in the final.
What?
So-
Who was supplying you guys with steroids? Where was the
Colin, mate. Colin, bro. Bob's
Yes.
at the back, mate. Bob's at the backstage. He's been there 15 minutes. He's just
Oh
messaged me.
my god! Oh my!
He's gonna
Mate,
be
you missed you. Oh,
Bob! Oh my god! I've never had. Hey, I've never
It's
had
like-
this many people. I did not know that there could be a second row of people backstage.
It's like that. It's like that game show, isn't it? Like, come on down.
I'm joking, man. I'm joking.
Piss
I
off,
once got
Bob.
attacked by a headless chicken.
Did you?
That's a whole different story.
I was gonna say. I don't know if we.
Sounds a
Oh,
bit
that was
saucy,
literal.
Paul.
I was waiting for the like pun. I was waiting for the pun
Punchline?
then, but literally,
No, it's
you got
a
attacked
long
by a headless
story.
chicken.
I will tell it.
Oh
I will
man,
tell
we'll
it.
save that for
What
another
did
time.
it do? What
Definitely.
did it do? Try and bleed on you?
Before we move on to the next questions, Bobby, I want
good one,
to
Rez.
see what your
Yeah.
answers to our previous questions were. So, Ericsson or VDB
Oh, yeah.
for you, Bob?
Purely for that assist for Ali in that semi-final, it's Ericsson for me. But although Van der Vaart was part of that first win at the Emirates, come from 2-0 down. But for me, man, recent times we were better as a team with Ericsson in it. So for me, Ericsson.
Yeah, that seems to be a popular choice. And then of course, Aaron Lennon, Lucas Moore. I think you were in the chat with that one, but go ahead and who do you?
Lennon.
Lennon?
hands down.
Yeah,
More
that's
memories with
honestly-
Lennon.
Yeah, it's
Definitely,
true.
Yeah.
definitely. He was here for a long time. He damn near got a testimonial, right? He only needed to have.
How is he still playing? How is he still playing? By the way,
I know.
he's still
I
playing,
know.
isn't he?
Yeah. Have
He's
you looked
like
at the guy
Defoe.
recently? He's put on a couple of
Yeah.
pounds.
It's like Defoe. He's still playing as well.
Well, yeah,
Defoe's
but
still
and
playing,
Defoe's
yeah.
still
He's in
banging them in
Scotland.
too.
But he's in Scotland, so
but
it doesn't
Defoe's
count,
still
does it? It
in the
doesn't
Premiership.
Yeah.
Lennon's still in the Premiership, isn't he? With Burnley.
With
So,
Burnley.
Yeah.
We got Dan in the chat. Dan says Lennon goes to West Ham,
Oof.
That's
He
where I
was
said
Irish.
it. Yeah. That's where I
and
said
then
it.
Ams.
Dan wasn't even alive when we signed him.
Yeah. Sold him.
Dan also says VDB to
13.
West Ham.
He's 13.
So,
Dan wasn't even a gleam in his father's eye.
The milkman. Sorry.
oh, Dan, we love you, man. All love, Dan. And if you want, I can get you a link if you want to come in. Just let me know, buddy. And it'll be even crazier than it already is in here. We like to keep it crazy.
You know when you said that to a young child, I can get you a link with that tash, man. It looks so-
Oh mate, with that
Probably.
intro,
It looks so dodgy. That looks so
All
dodgy.
accessory,
That
we need to
face
get
with
over.
that tash. Don't ever
If
do that
if
again,
that's a
man.
copper, yeah, this is not good. It's not good at all. Oh, we got Tottenham wants to come in. She wants the link.
Oh yeah.
come on, Collins, mum.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
It's so inappropriate.
Dan was
Oh,
there for
yeah.
Danny Blanchflower. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, one sec, everybody. Get this sent, and then we'll get going. We'll just move right along here.
Look amongst yourselves.
Boom. Boom. Okay, we're back.
I could espouse my theories on sherry drinking if you want.
Riz, can you do that voice the whole way through?
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Okay. All right.
Swear in that voice as well, Red. Swear in that voice.
We can also pretend that I know how to spell and that I didn't put only one L in Lorente.
Two
But I'll
L's
put
to
this
the
together rather
beginning.
quickly, but the next one is Lorente or Peter Crouch.
Hmm.
And,
Can I go
I
first
think,
again?
I think it's an easy one for me.
Yeah, Jens, go for it, buddy.
Crouch. Every
No
single day.
explanation.
That goal against Man City.
Mm.
Yeah, I was
See,
in a pub.
I knew this would be a
in,
tough one.
I was in a pub down in, I think it was Feltham or somewhere, full of Chelsea fans. And my mate had invited me down there, and there was 2 or 3 other Tottenham fans in there. And when he scored, it was mental. We were bouncing around right in their faces, and yeah, they didn't want none of it. But it was that was an amazing night. Getting into the Champions League, it wasn't even a particularly special goal, but it was just Crouchy.
And that goal away to AC Milan as well. We were supposed to go there and
Lennon again. Lennon straight through to Crouch. So and he's got a fit wife. So Crouch, man. Crouch.
Do you guys all know the story about Peter Crouch? So
Is that the famous quote?
Yes.
Yeah, the journalist asked him, "What would you be if you weren't a footballer?" And he said, "A virgin."
Yeah,
He's got a good crack in crowd. He has got a good crack.
He'd be a better laugh, wouldn't he? When he go out, he'd be a better laugh than Lorenzo.
Definitely.
Apparently, his podcast is really funny. I've not listened to it, but everyone says
I haven't
really
either, but I loved him as a player, and I liked his robot celebration, and I liked the fact
there.
that he was always getting
And he seems like a really nice bloke as well.
When he did the robot first time for England, I was there.
That is amazing. I'm jealous, but happy for you to have been there, sir. So we've got one answer so far. I guess we'll go next to Bob.
Oh, Crouch. Yeah, 100%.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
More memories, like say the goal away to Milan. Man City,
we can't forget all that Llorente did from that Champions League run.
Of course. But like I say, when you think of fonder memories, then
absolutely, I get it.
Llorente, Man City, but it's funny, isn't it? How all our good memories for these two come against the great team that is Man City.
Yes.
So yes, Crash for me. And like I say, it's got a life.
It's such a shame. It's such a shame that they can't get any fans into their stadium.
No, my heart bleeds.
Yeah, it's a shame they got to beg them to come in.
Don't start Rez off as well. That's why we started Rez's rants.
On a side note, have you seen our Pep's falling out with his with the fans at the moment? I'm not
Is it? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
If there's ever a problem with the fans with me, I would step aside or whatever he said. It was something to that effect. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
They said it was uncalled for. It's like, yeah, all right, whatever. Criticize your ownership before you start talking about it. I'm not going to start. No, we're not going
to start.
I think it's a shame. They used to have a football club down there. I remember going up there one night in Moss Side. Scary as anything. But they had really good fans. And now they've just been taken over by money, and it seems to have destroyed it, and no one can afford to go. And it's just, But sorry.
I was there.
A conversation for another time.
I get the feeling there's a group the FA Cup.
When they came on the pitch,
Oh man! I mean that was passion. That was passion.
Yes, of course, No punches thrown at all.
No.
All glass.
All right, Shan, I'm wondering if you're going to have a different answer to this. Llorente or Peter Crouch for you, my friend?
I mean, they've both destroyed City, so they're both legends in my eyes. But it's got to be Crouchy, just because what that goal meant. Like our first ever Champions League.
I tried to pick two players that had significant Champions League, history with us, and those are the two that I came up with. I was trying for it to be harder, but this seems kind of unanimous so far. We've got three Peter Crouches, so
it's got to be Peter Crouch. I remember watching it and watching that goal go in, and it was just unbelievable. And without that goal, we would never have seen Gareth Bale tear up the San Siro like he did. So
very true.
Who knows how he would have developed, or when he would have broken out, or if that's a really good point. It's a really good point. Who knows what would have been? Jamie, what about you, my friend?
It's got to be Crouchy. The first win at the San Siro, and obviously the kicking off with Gattuso and Kevin Bond.
Wait! I'm gonna have to look that incident up. I don't really remember that.
That wasn't
Amazing.
Kevin.
So good. Gattuso's a
That wasn't
scary
Kevin
guy.
Bond. That was.
Was it Kevin? It was
Joe
not Kevin Bond. It was
Joe
Joe
Jordan, man.
Joe
Joe
Jordan.
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 He was a
Jordan.
thug. He was
Harry
a
Redknapp
fuck.
pissing himself, looking at Gattuso going, "Mate, what are you
He's like,
doing?
"What are you
What's
doing?"
on?
Yeah.
Jordan, what are you
Oh,
doing?"
was that when Gattuso choked out one of our assistant coaches?
Yeah, he
Was that-
tried
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Jordan.
and
And he
then
took his glasses off, and Gattuso was like, "Fuck that."
sometimes
It shows the
Gattuso's
level of
mental.
ignorance that Gattuso has, because he didn't realize that Joe Jordan would have turned him into a black and red striped smear on the pitch if he'd let rip. I mean, Joe Jordan was a destroyer of men. You know?
Oh man,
I would have paid to see it. I'd still pay to see it.
Oh, you can find the clip on YouTube. It's
oh
hilarious.
yeah.
I'm gonna search it right when we're done. That's like the next thing I'm doing. Tommy though, what do you have to say?
Right, Llorente, thinking about it, was our last best striker signing. If you really think about it,
Yeah.
you've got Janssen, obviously Vinicius, Eve Soldado. So we're talking like 2008, 2009 Adebayor. Llorente is our best striker sign since Adebayor. How mad is that? But it's Crouch.
It's not a good thing. That's
But
for
it's
sure.
Crouch all day long.
Crouch.
Crouch had a better touch than Gary Glitter. Peter Crouch controlling the ball was something else. It was an underrated skill of his. It was an underrated trait, but unbelievable. Can I just say, all opinions are my own. All opinions are my own.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you want to claim that last one.
No, you don't. You don't want to take ownership of that. You don't want to take ownership of
The
that.
first question that springs to mind is:
I'm a
are
big
you
boy. I can
speaking
take it. I'm a big boy. I can take
The first question that springs to mind is: are you
Definitely
speaking
don't
of
say that
personal
after.
experience?
it.
that's what Gary used to say, didn't he? I'm a big boy.
Oh,
Brian
it's
Daigle,
Oh, no, it's
Crouch
not
all day long for Daigle.
His first touch was amazing, though. Come on now. His first touch,
Especially for
Oh,
someone
yeah,
just as
absolutely.
weirdly proportioned as he was all arms and legs, man.
Beautiful.
Well, we released him, and he went to QPR, and then he came back.
Yeah.
he did.
So
didn't
he was a youth team player at Spurs. Then he went to QPR, and then we signed him back. So
And then we sold him to Portsmouth, and then he came back.
yeah,
If I'm
Oh,
remembering
guys,
correctly.
everybody.
with the
We've got a new player in the game.
Oh,
Todd Mom is
Ray.
here.
hello.
Hello. What is up, Todd Mom?
Hey guys,
how are you,
how's it going?
Mum?
Good. How are you guys?
Very good, thanks.
Very good, thank
It
you.
was good. I was going to read this out real quick. Crouch once got Rafa Benitez, the Secret Santa, and bought him Alex Ferguson's autobiography. Legend.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
That
That's
Crouch
amazing.
got Rafa Benitez, a Secret Santa, and he bought him Ferguson's autobiography as a gift.
No way. No. That's cracking.
If that's
That's
true,
cracking.
that is awesome.
Quality.
That is awesome. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep it moving. But real quick, Todd and Mom, you were in the comments too. But just in case anyone didn't know, who do you pick on that last two?
On the Crouchy Llorente?
Yes.
Crouch. I would
Good
like
answer,
to
good
choose.
answer.
I'd like Fernando just to look at him.
I was about to say.
He was
Yeah, I was
a very
about to say.
handsome man.
He was a fine-looking young man. Yes.
Crouch.
Crouchy
Peter
not
Crouch.
smash.
Don't be knocking Peter Crouch. He looks all right. Okay.
But
He's
he
all
hasn't
teeth.
got that. He hasn't
He
got
was
that
mustache.
Latin heartthrob vibe.
I wouldn't.
that Fernando does, with the dark hair and the blue eyes, and that sort of
No, from South London.
skin. And I'm not gay. and I'm saying
Rather
that I'm
right.
straight man.
Right.
know?
Hey, you can appreciate. Yeah, you can appreciate when
Yeah.
another man looks good.
Yeah.
That's allowed. We
Of
allow
course.
that here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we're moving right along. This is
didn't
going
ask
quick.
me.
This is good.
I'd like to
I
hear.
didn't.
I'd like to hear Rez's.
Rez, there are too many people here. I'm sorry
I
about
hate,
that, friend.
I hate to be the one to buck the trend, so I won't.
love when people buck the trend.
So I won't. It'll be Peter Crouch for me as well. Definitely.
Well,
You
do
can
you
take out-
remember that was the first night? That was the first night I met you, Rez, down at the famous
Yeah,
Three
that's
Kings in Kensington. Me, you, and Bazza.
In Ellsworth, yeah, that's right.
Was it?
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
That was a
Rest in peace, Barry. Rest in
that
peace, mate.
was a Great night.
What a night that was. It was just insane. It was so good. Just the mayhem of that goal was wonderful.
And there were loads of Italians in there as well. And
yeah, we would. Oh, what we were saying to them.
I'm glad. God. See, I'm glad that keeper West Ham could bring back some positive memories and of friendships. This is good. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff. But we're moving on. We're moving on. Super Pav or Adebayor.
Oh, he is there. He is there. Oh, lovely stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Brian, can you do us an audio note again of the Roman Pavlyuchenko song? That was Gold Dust. You sent that a few months ago. That is a Gold Dust tune.
We need to get him on here just for
Super
califragilistic
Roman Pavlyuchenko.
Roman Pavlyuchenko.
Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. You guys are all very good singers, by the way. Very, very good singers. But we're gonna start. We'll start with Tommy Talks Ball on this one.
Super Pav or Adebayor. They've already popped up, haven't they? They've already popped up. Adebayor. He would have just added to the toxicity, really, wouldn't he, right now? Just imagine him in this current squad. That boy was toxic. Didn't he do something with Ericsson where he basically stole his award or something and, basically told him to fuck off? I think it was...
When was this? Oh,
at the
yeah.
Beginning of
when he was I thought that was
Ericsson. Yeah, I think it was Ericsson.
Just before he left, wasn't it? It was just before he left, or a few months before he left, I think.
So in the current squad, I'd take Pav. Adebayor was the better player. Current squad, I'd take Pav. Did you hear about his first training routine? Pav's first training routine was he couldn't speak English, so he had Harry Redknapp. It was Harry Redknapp. He told us this story, and he was like he didn't know what to do. So Pav had a translator. He had a translator, so he's running up the line, telling Pav what to do as Harry Redknapp burst out instructions. Like, he's the man, Pavlyuchenko. Some of the story, he just didn't train, did he? The guy just didn't train. He just, Russian standard vodka. They love it, don't they? So yeah,
he's still playing.
Is he still playing? No way.
Russian
No way. He must have it coming out of his taps. He must have the old Russian standard coming out of his taps.
Man.
Yeah. I'll take Adebayor. I'll still take Adebayor.
Still take Adebayor?
Wow.
Okay, that's an interesting answer. We'll go to Tottenham next.
Me? Not fair.
Yeah.
Adebayor, I do remember, so I have to go with him, I suppose.
And he was, Adebayor, for all the flack he gets, I know he went missing a lot. I know he had attitude problems, didn't really care, was seen as a mercenary, yada, yada,
Didn't
yada.
I buy you a shirt with his name on it a long time ago?
You did. One of the first shirts I ever owned. Yeah, it was an Adebayor shirt. And, but he could score some worldies. He definitely was capable of the, I hear Tommy practicing. He was definitely capable of some magic at times, just like Pat.
I like the song that they did where Adebayor, we used to hate you, but not anymore. I like that one.
There was a meme
one about it. Yeah, that wasn't very nice.
Exactly. That one followed a rather mean one, I think, from Arsenal or City fans. Yeah. But yeah, I liked it too. Shan, who are you going to pick, friend?
Super Pavlyuchenko for me. The guy's just an absolute legend, ain't he? Without really doing too much, I
was gonna say, yeah,
he scored some magnificent goals.
Oh, he did. And he's one of the players that I remember from when I was really young as well. Like, he was one of my favourites, along with Michael Dawson. Like, them two were like two of my favourites in that team. So, Super Pav for me all day long.
Yeah, that I think that's going to be a common trend, but we'll see. Jamie, what do you have to say, friend?
No, I liked Adebayor because I think he scored in his debut, didn't he? When we won 2-0 at Wolves, wasn't it, at Molineux? When he first started. So
you've got unbelievable match memory. Honestly,
I can remember stuff like that.
When I'm nodding, I haven't got a fucking clue what you're talking about. I'm just like this. When I'm like this, I haven't got a fucking clue.
Well, no, I'm good at this as well. If my girlfriend asks me to pick up milk, I completely forget. No, so but it's going to be Super Pav. I think that goal he scored against Inter, wasn't it? When we won 3-1 when Gareth Bale done Macon. So Yeah, Super Pav all day.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. That's a popular one. I think that's gonna. I don't know, Bobsy.
Pav for me. I know Adebayor did well. His goal at Chelsea. Remember Chelsea when we drew tall. He went through and curled it in.
Oh, yeah,
Goal. Great goal. But I can't forget the image of him wearing an Arsenal shirt, man. I can't get it out of my head. And Pav, probably for me, that free kick against, was it Ruben Kazan?
Yes.
That thunderbolt, man. Yeah. I mean, that was a free kick and a half. Last day of the season when we beat Birmingham 2-0, he got us qualified for Europe. The Inter Milan game. Like Shan said, he didn't do much, but whenever he did, he always did well. And he always did give us his all. But for me, like I say, with Adebayor, I still picture him in an Arsenal shirt, and that fucking makes me sick. So
and in a City shirt as well.
And a City shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, but when he was in a City shirt, when he ran the length to the pitch to celebrate Frank the Gooners.
That is legendary. That is absolutely legendary for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sorry, yeah, it did score. It was at Molyneux first game.
No. That memory is insane, man. Oh my gosh.
Google's insane.
Fair. I'm from the late 80s, early 90s. I don't know what Google is. So
what's your name again? Buttfucker. What is it?
Buck Funkley.
Tottenham Mom, close your ears.
Oh, right.
Buck Funkley.
Oh, sorry, Shaq, close your ears.
Fair enough. I didn't get it. I thought he said buttfucker.
We're past the 10-minute mark. We're good. I'm it's not for kids. We're safe. We're good. We're good. Dan's here, but I mean that's fine. He'll be okay. And Dan has one for the panel. This is perfect. I was going to ask for suggestions in the comments, and he says Davies or
Winks.
For what?
Winks to
Sell
keep.
someone.
Winks. Ship him to China. Winks.
To keep or sell?
To sell.
Okay. Yeah. Sell Winks.
Sell Winks.
Definitely sell Winks.
Yeah. Winks.
I kind of think that's going to be unanimous, but maybe not for Tommy. And we'll see. Tommy, we'll get this out of the way.
Tommy likes Winks.
I know he does.
Oh,
sorry, I just went there. I'll keep Winks.
I knew it.
That's it. I would keep Winks. I think in a system, in a specific system, he will work. Doesn't work in 70%. Because not 70% possession to the opposition.
Yeah,
because he's supposed to dictate tempo. But yeah, he needs to go though. He's absolutely fucking useless now. Yeah, he really is. He's fucking useless now. But
if we had some players in the middle who could dictate the tempo, then yeah, fair enough. He can.
I think if Winks and Davis left, Winks would have a better career. If Winks and Davis left, I think Winks would have a better career. Put it that way.
Man, Winks could have so much better of a career if he just would have accepted a move where he would have got playing time. I think he really shot himself.
Obviously got a great contract. So.
That's very true.
He could contribute to so many other teams, but just not us.
Yeah. Danny Kiriaku's got one. I'm sorry to jump ahead. I know I skipped some people, but I just had to throw this up when I saw it. Oh my god.
There's no difference. There's no difference.
If we send Joe Lewis,
one of them's a puppet.
If Joe Lewis goes, Levy has to follow. So Joe Lewis all the way.
You should know that by now. How long have you been supporting Spurs for?
They're attached to him.
It's
so
like
we want to go back. I want to see who everyone would. Shan, would you keep or sell Winks or Davis?
Go on, Shan. It's Winks. You know it is.
Yeah, but Davies is stinking the place out so far this season. Literally.
Yeah, but at least he tries. So does Winks.
Winks tries. Winks tries, just not.
At least Davis, when he tries, doesn't screw it up quite so much as Winks.
I don't know. He screwed it up quite well against Palace.
Yeah, did you see? Yeah, and Winks didn't. Bloody hell! Oh,
Winks weren't
overall.
Davies.
I keep Davies.
I feel sharp. I feel sharp shooting pains in my ass when I see Winks on the pitch.
When I see his name on the team sheet, I get sad.
And that's when I'm alone.
That's a little bit too much information.
That's when I'm alone.
I am gonna.
That's even more too much.
What are you doing to yourself?
I don't know where it comes from.
Somebody call this man some help. If you love this man, call him.
Yeah.
Or just don't squeaks.
He needs your support.
Who's the closest one to him? Tommy, are you near Holloway?
Yeah. How far
I'm nowhere
away?
near. I'm not even in London, boys. Come on now. I'm not even in
Guys,
London, boys.
I mean, I appreciate the concern, but he's not playing right now, so there's no pain. It's
So
fine.
you're good. You're all good.
Yeah.
I hope
Until
to
Sunday when
God-
he's on the
I
team
was gonna
sheet.
say,
Well, I'll be at
to God
White Hart
he
Lane,
doesn't
so
play.
if anyone does want to sort of like come around and maybe provide some assistance, then I am screaming on the
Dan,
terrace.
I was going to say this, man. I was going to say this. I had it in my mind. Push or yo. That's a good-
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I was thinking this, man. I was thinking this.
Oh.
Dan, great question. That is amazing.
Who's going first? Then?
Right out of the park with that one. Bloody hell.
Who's going
You
first?
guys can
It'll
you
have
guys
to be
can go
Poch.
amongst
It'll have
yourselves.
to be Poch, man. I mean, Martin Yole was there. He was more of a. Remember, he was a second choice. Remember, he wasn't even first choice. He was. Then again, so was Poch. But I think with Poch, we progressed so much. He brought us more the bigger memories. And I'm not going to have a rant about the board, but it's scandalous and it's a criminal the fact we didn't kick on when Poch was there in peak Poch time. So for me, it's Poch. He deserves so much more. I don't want to ask you a question. If Poch doesn't win anything for PSG and he gets sacked, would you take him back?
Yes.
In a
But if
heartbeat.
he doesn't win anything with that stacked team he has at PSG,
If he got sacked at PSG because of not winning anything, would you still take him back?
In a heartbeat.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
I wouldn't. I think the bridges have been burned. I think the bridges have been burned. I think you'd just be waiting for him to get sacked within the first few months because like
Well, it depends. It depends.
he'll be looking
on
over
what-
his shoulder, won't he? Poch will be looking over. If
Well, that's
Levy's
the
there,
point.
he'll
Well, that's
be
the
looking over
point.
his shoulder all the time.
It's more than that. It's also, first of all, is that Poch working under Paratici, and has Levy actually changed 20 years of his bad habits? If the answer to that is no and yes, respectively, yeah, I'd take Poch back as long as we get someone to do decent transfers for us and do decent scouts.
But Rez, you can't say he's had a bad transfer at PSG. That's what I'm saying. If he gets sacked
All
at
free
PSG,
transfers, isn't he?
No,
not winning
that's
anything,
different.
That's it. That's the question. If he gets
that's
sacked from
the
PSG
ego.
for not winning anything, would you still take him back? But
I think that would be more on the players. It wouldn't be his fault. If this is the thing, he's got the egos there, and added one now with Messi, and it's like, do they respect him at all? And that wouldn't be his fault. They would respect him or not the minute he walked through the door. So if they don't play for him, don't commit to his ideas like our young lot did when he first started making headway with us, because they didn't have any egos. They were young players with no record to thing, and he turned them into almost winners. That's
not
what
only
he can.
not only the players, Rez, he changed the fan mindset.
Yeah,
he changed what we expected, our ambition.
Yeah.
He changed the whole culture of the football club. Poch did.
That's why
Poch would be in there.
That's why I'm going with Yole, because through the whole of I started supporting Tottenham in the early 80s, and we were doing okay, and then the 90s, the middle 90s up till the late 90s were terrible,
horrible,
and then the early 2000s were awful, and then Martin Yole came in, and the whole club seemed to change. He was positive. Well, I'm sorry, I have to say also that was something to do with Arneson, and they signed a load of young players and they missed on a lot of them, but they did quite well on a few of them. And Martin Yole was just like smiling in his head, you don't know how strong I am. I'm going to beat the Gooners. I don't care. And it was just, it made me fall in love with, I obviously followed Spurs before that, but it made me fall in love with Tottenham again. So it's Martin Yole every time. Love the bloke.
I agree,
Really,
1,000,000%. That smoky Dutch accent. Oh, it was beautiful.
What did
You
they
should come and live where I live, Tommy. They all
played
talk
the
it.
game, and,
But he did change us. He changed us from it was a good season if we got into the top 10. If we got into before Yo turned up, and if we got 8th, 7th, 8th, it was a really good season. But we were fighting for the top 4. We were fighting for the top 4. We had Edgar Davids. We had 4 unbelievable strikers. We had Canute, Defoe, Keane, even like the Mido was a good player. So I just love that team. I love that team, and he changed us. He enabled Poch to come in a way to because under Poch we were 7th. We were in a Europa League every season. That's only because of Joe. Yeah, I love Joe.
I have to agree, because he also gave us belief every time we went behind to come back to win from behind. So Martin Yol.
I think without Martin Yol, we wouldn't have had Pochettino. We wouldn't have had what Pochettino achieved.
Yeah, you're right.
He laid the groundwork for it.
Yeah.
So
where does Harry Redknapp fall into all this? So where does
he just perpetuate what was already in train?
You think
I think Shan needs to go. I think Shan needs to go. Colin.
She does. Shan, do you have? I know. I almost know your answer.
Sorry, Shan.
So I think I might know.
Honestly, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm all streamed out this week. Literally, I feel like I've been on a stream like 24/7 all week. I'm dead. I need to go to sleep. But thank you so much for having me. It's been great fun, and I'd love to come on again.
Thank you for being here. Oh, dude, we're gonna be doing it every Friday. You're welcome.
You know me.
Thanks for being here.
See you later.
See you later.
Good night.
All right, boys and girls.
And then there was 7.
And guess what?
Magnificent.
We are not finished.
No, if that Tash, you got to carry on.
Oh, guns are drawn.
How about this one? And this one's hard because what the hell did either of them do for us?
Yeah, someone's scratching.
Colin, I think it's your mic again.
It's me.
Oh no.
Is it fixed?
Yeah. So far, anyway.
Okay, it was me. And guess what? I'm not sorry. So this one down here, this one's going to be tough for a different reason. Not because they're both loved, not because they both did great things for the club, but because which one did anything for the club? You know. We'll start with Bob.
I think Soldado brought a bit more hope, didn't he? Especially when he started scoring. He scored 3 penalties out of 3, or certainly scored his first penalty against Palace.
Oh yeah. He was able to
Palace penalty. That's what did it for me.
Yeah, and I think there was a bit more hope with Soldado. We thought, we've got a player here. We never ever felt that with Janssen. We never thought he was going to be a player for us. So they were both shit. Soldado was slightly less shit.
So Janssen's on his way to West Ham.
Oh yeah.
Jamie, what about you, my friend?
They're so good on FIFA though. That's the problem. I'd have to agree with Bob. Yeah. Soldado scoring the 1-0 win at Palace, wasn't it? His debut. Yeah. So but I'll say Bobby.
Man, we were all so excited for Bobby Soldier when he first came in. I mean, his goal scoring record in Spain.
He was super skinny as well, wasn't he? He was like nothing of him.
Yeah. That did sort of worry me, honestly, before, as he was coming in. I just wondered how that would adapt, how he would adapt to the defenders in the Premier League. Jens?
He was out and out finisher, wasn't he, before he turned up? And then when he was with us, he couldn't finish our dinner. His dinner was so bad. It's so bad.
That had to have been a confidence issue for him, I think. He just because he's since gone back he went back to Spain.
Yes, and he's scored a few goals as well. And he's
not a starter. Yeah, he's not a starter anymore, from what I understand.
Okay,
he's a backup role. But he's not doing too bad.
Whereas
I was so excited.
Janssen, poor chap, has basically just sort of he's playing in like the Mexican third league or something ridiculous like that.
Is he really? I know that he won a league title with Monterrey.
I thought he was in the top league.
Top league. Oh, okay. Fine.
Not sure.
But I mean, the
League MX is still not, a top league for sure.
Yeah.
Seriously, Rez, don't mess with the Mexicans.
I won't.
Saw
I
that.
won't.
And
Yeah, that's
Yeah, have you not seen Anchorman? You get a fight at the end.
no, it's very true. Otherwise, on top of that, they might poison my fajitas. You see, and I don't want that.
Oh gosh, you guys. Wild bunch, y'all are gonna get me.
Oh, shit,
y'all are
lovely
gonna get me in
weather.
trouble.
I mean, I make them
we still haven't
myself,
got-
but you know.
We still haven't got an answer yet. I don't think from Jens, have we?
Soldado, definitely.
Soldado?
Just for that penalty against Crystal Palace. I've been to my mate's wedding anniversary the night before, and we'd been drinking massively. And then we came back to his house, and we were laying on the sofa, and it was possibly the most boring game of football I've seen in a long time. And then Bobby Soldier scored. So, yeah, I never saw that from Jensen, either sober or.
And Jensen looked like for a while that he would be a good striker with his last goal.
Well,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I live in the Netherlands, and who was he playing for? He was playing for
Hey,
Almere
Almere.
first.
Was it Helmstad? Was it Helmstad or something like that?
No,
He was
Alkmaar.
He was Almere.
Alkmaar.
He started out at Almere,
It wasn't-
down from me, and then he was at Alkmaar, and he scored a shit load of goals.
Second half
and
of
he
the
came to
season,
us
though,
and-
if I'm not mistaken, he didn't really explode.
It was
until
just
the
one
second half of
season in the Eredivisie, though, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Because
exactly.
he scored
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was.
of goals
One
in the
season.
second league,
Yes.
went to RC, scored a lot, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
risky, isn't it? £15 million.
That's why
Yeah.
I was afraid to
Yeah.
sign Vlahovic this past summer because
Yeah.
he had just come off a similar season. Like,
But then again, you
had
could
where
say
he-
that about Tony, couldn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you could.
70 million for Vlahovic is ridiculous for a striker who's only done it for one season. I'm not saying he won't do it for more seasons, but that's a hell of a risk. Even I wouldn't criticize Levy for not.
Yeah,
Especially
sorry. There's a really good one from Ams in the chat.
Well, maybe
Ams,
not.
Ams, thank you for this. And
I just
we're
want to
gonna
play
go-
this. I just want to play this for you. This is someone giving their opinion on Soldado or Janssen.
Yes.
So this one is a no-brainer. Keep Soldado. You've got to remember when we got Soldado, he had scored over 25 goals in 5 successive La Liga seasons, and the way he did it is by playing as part of a 4-4-2. He comes to Tottenham, by the way, on Ryan's sodding air. Well done, Parasite. And then when he started, we bought a player
him in a
who's been
4-5-1.
part of the front two and has scored 25 goals plus in the Liga 5 seasons in a row. And we say, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to play you in a 1, and you're going to make space for the on-running midfielders for them to come in.
Yeah.
Soldado was bought, but not used in the right way. He needs someone with him. Soldado should have been a superstar at Spurs, and he still loves the club. Soldado all the goddamn way.
There you go.
Where is Brian? Is he sleeping?
You can't blame
doing
Levy
this?
for that. That's the man.
He's,
What's going on
last heard from him, he was wanking over a Soldado poster. So
Got videos of that, yeah.
Oh my god.
I could just imagine going that bloody parasite. And he's like,
the fact you want to imagine that, Jamie, is just wrong.
He's
I've
not
got
wrong,
problems,
though.
Bob. I've got problems.
But no, but Brian is safely back in the UK. We are glad
man.
that he's back in
See
Can't
him
England.
wait to see
Sunday,
him.
yeah.
Can't wait to meet him.
Good.
You had
good
another
to have
question
him.
on there, Colin. You had
Yes, here it
Canute
comes.
or Everson.
Oh well, the one I wanted to put up is actually Defoe or Robbie Keane. And
Robbie
real
all
quick
day.
before we get started,
Oh my
Dan's
god!
here.
No more swearing.
Yeah, you're
No
right.
more pedo jokes.
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh shit.
No,
Dan,
how's
how's it
everything,
going,
guys?
my
How's
man?
everything?
Not bad, mate.
Not too bad, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Well, probably not going to be too good after this Sunday, but I mean,
Hey.
all you can do is pray.
Mate,
All you can do is pray.
It's a roller coaster. You have to understand that we're not always going to get in the Champions League. If you've supported Tottenham for as long as I have, yeah, we had a great season during the 80s. 90s were not so good. In fact, part of them were absolutely terrible. Beginning of the 2000s, lovely. And now we're going back down again. So you've really decided to support us in a wrong time.
No, I've been supporting since the 2015-2016 season.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
That's a great story, Granddad.
You can fuck. Oh, sorry.
Guys,
He's right though. I mean, that's the thing. You can't argue with that. It's 100% spot on. It really is. It just no. You just got to hope that every time the up goes up a little bit more than the down goes down.
It's like the stock market.
Yeah.
You can never predict when it'll go up or when it'll go down.
Yeah, but in the 80s, we actually won something. And,
yes, exactly.
Europa Conference.
We won
League,
many things.
The Audi Cup. The Audi Cup.
Yeah, put some respect on the
And
Audi
Peace
Cup,
Cup. Yeah,
please.
Peace Man.
Jesus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very good question up here. We've got to answer this one. Jamie, what do you have to say about it?
The thing is with a lot of these are that most of them I've never seen play. So Robbie Keane, I heard, was an inspiration to a lot of Irish people, so I'll probably say him.
Fucking hell, how old do I feel now? I heard Robbie Keane was good. Fucking hell, man.
Oh yeah, come on, Bob, you're massively
I
old.
saw his cartwheels. I'll pick him because of his cartwheels.
That celebration is iconic.
Which he stopped for some reason. I don't know why he stopped doing his cartwheel. Did anyone ever find out?
No, he did it. He did it in when he played. Whose testimonial was he? No, the Legends match.
It was the Legends game. Yeah, he did it on that. But then for a while after he did it for us for a while, and then stopped doing it.
He's getting old, Rez.
When you look back, there was an interview, and he looked back.
Body.
There was an interview, and he looked back, and he was like,
"I don't know.
Yeah, I stopped it because I looked like a fucking twat. It's as simple as that." He was like, "I look like a fucking twat." Yeah,
he looked like a legend.
Yeah, when I scored a goal, I used to go, "Cheers."
He doesn't watch it back. I don't know if you ever saw it. He never watches it back. Yeah.
That's still better than Alan Shearer's raised hand and run.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I'm not a Geordie, mate. So
yeah.
I'm going for you guys.
Alan Shearer
going for you guys.
boring person in the thing.
The robot celebration from Crouchy, or the cartwheel from Robbie Keane.
Oh, Robbie Keane.
Cartwheel from King. Every time.
It's got to be cartwheel from
every
King.
single time.
Yeah.
Remember that hat trick he scored against Everton in a 4-3 win? So like that was classic.
Yeah.
I can't
So
say
Jamie, we didn't get an answer. What did you think?
We've answered 4 questions, and I haven't answered any of them yet.
Robbie Keane.
Tommy, we know your answer on this one, but I want to hear, but I want to hear why. So Defoe or Keane for you, Tommy?
Oh, Keano, every time. My second favorite Spurs player of all time, behind Ledley King. In my generation, and that's why I love Martin Yo as well. Keano, he had that fight. He had that willpower. He didn't score a crazy amount of goals, but just imagine if you're Irish. Imagine if you're Irish now. You had their record goal scorer in Robbie Keane. You had some awesome Roy Keane in centre midfield, and now they've got Troy Parrott.
Troy Parrott.
Leading man is
and
Troy
Matt
Parrott.
Doherty.
Ireland. Oh
And
my
Matt
God!
Doherty.
Ireland's leading man is Troy Parrott. Yeah, apparently put a man of the match performance in Doherty last week.
Yeah,
Playing
3 times.
Playing left wing back as well or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe that's what we
it's
need
gotta
to
be
do. Push
Keane,
him
man.
off to the left.
It's got to be
Push
Keane.
him to the left, put Reggie on the right, and see what happens. Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah,
Off you pop. Seriously, off you pop.
We're gonna run it down to Tottenham. What do you think, Defoe or Keane? I know you've got a lot more memories of Defoe as a player.
You're muted.
You're on mute.
You're muted. You are muted, young lady.
You're on mute.
I'll see if I can manly unmute her. Unmute.
You're on mute, my dear.
Oh,
They both actually thinking about it. They both actually played for West Ham, didn't they?
Yeah.
Defoe and
I know
Keane.
Defoe
Yes, they
did,
did.
for
Yeah,
sure.
we sent
Yes, true.
Keane over,
And
and
Keane.
do you remember they unleashed that banner saying "Thank you very much, come back, aged Keane." It's terrible for him.
Julie, can you unmute your mic real quick? Mom, you're muted. Oh,
no,
she left.
she's
She's
gone?
gone. She's just gone.
She's had enough, mate.
She's insulted
wanted
by
to-
your question.
I wanted to throw this out there too. This is a pilot episode, and if you guys have ever seen The Simpsons, you'll know that whole first season wasn't so good. So this will be a little more polished. This will be a little better as time goes on. But for a
I
pilot,
think it's been brilliant. I've had a great time.
So
I think
fun.
we've done a pretty good job.
I just love the intro.
I'm sorry.
So-
I think more discipline from the guests is requied.
And maybe we need the host to be a little
And I
more.
think you won't be invited next time.
Hey, I love this group. You guys are the best. I'm trying to
Who we got
think.
next?
Yep.
But
So,
while we're talking about it, Jermaine Defoe versus Robbie Keane. I love Defoe. I was there for the 9-1 against Wigan when he scored 4 goals. That was absolutely amazing. But Robbie Keane, I spent a lot of time on a kibbutz in Israel when I was little, and I remember hearing on the BBC World Service that we'd signed Robbie Keane from Leeds, and I was just dancing around like a mental man, and he was absolutely brilliant. That goal against Blackburn.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Savage inside out.
I was just chipped over someone and ran around someone.
And then smacked
What about his volley v Chelsea
Yes.
at
Yeah.
home? Was it 3-3?
Yeah.
Was it 3-3?
Yeah.
I can't
No, it's
remember.
4-4.
It was
No, it's 4-4. 4-4.
Yeah, 4-4. Yeah.
I was in the shelf that day. I almost went on the fucking pitch, or that night. I almost went on the pitch.
That was Berbatov. That was Berbatov and Keane at peak, weren't they? They were so
Yeah.
they were so brilliant together. And Defoe, of course, was left out the 11 constantly because of Keane's and Berbatov's. And he's got a record, isn't he? Berbatov's got a record saying Keane's the best ever partner he's ever played with, and he's played at Man United with Rooney. And
They were the complete opposites, weren't they? They were the complete
they really
opposites
were.
of Robbie
That's
Keane.
what I was going to say.
Tall,
Yeah.
small, aggressive, chill. He was just a chill motivator, wasn't he?
That's it.
He was awesome.
Talk about
man.
talk about a luxury player.
No, it's
he never
perfect.
never tracks back.
It was like Sheringham and anyone, Archibald and Crooks, Keane and Berbatov. You know, it's just perfect. You know, they just complemented each other perfectly. And I love Jermaine Defoe as a person. I think he's wonderful. He's all he's gone
the work he did with Bradley while he was
and all the stuff he's gone through and still playing today. But sadly for him, as was his career at Spurs, Keane edges it, I think.
More of a character. Isn't it?
Yeah. You know, huge respect for Defoe, but Keane has more affection in my mind. No.
We've lost Ricky.
And both of them came back twice. Both of them came back, didn't they? Yeah.
It's true what Aaron said. This is a crazy. Keane did knock Davids out with one punch.
No, I think he went for him, didn't he? Davids was walking around making out he was the bollocks
dog,
and Keane was like, "Mate, you got fucking Ernie for bollocks around."
You're not,
I heard a story about Robbie Keane when he grew up in wherever he was in Ireland. He used to be a joyrider, and he wasn't one to be messed with. And yes, obviously, Edgar walked up and said, "Hey, come on, you want to go?" Robbie was like, "Okay." So
I've got a suggestion for you guys. West Ham or keep.
Okay.
All right. So Sonny or Harry.
Sonny.
And disregard what Harry Kane did this transfer window.
Sonny.
Still Sonny.
Son.
Man, you're talking about
Harry. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
We're putting Harry to one side, who's been on par
God.
with Messi and Ronaldo, who's scored goal after goals, and he's one of our own. He's a boyhood man. Oh man, they can't. Harry Kane all the way. He's world class longer than what Sonny has. Sonny's come to the fore.
He's the greatest ever player. Forget
before the summer.
He's the greatest ever player.
His records, man.
Before the summer, I'm with Bob. Before the summer, I'm with Bob. after the summer, for me, as I've said before, Sonny has now become Mr. Tottenham.
100%. Sonny actually wants to be here. I only want players who actually want to be here.
Yeah.
And Kane's been great. But as far as I'm concerned, who was it who said something the other day? Oh, he's Charlie Kane's brother.
Yeah. Yeah, it sums it up.
I'm not happy with the way that he's dealt with it, and I know that neither of them are particularly mentally gifted. Mentally equipped. He could have really got himself a decent agent who could have, he could have come out and said, "I've loved playing for Spurs, but I want to move on now." But the whole way that he's done it is just it's left a really sour taste in my mouth. Yeah. More than the 15 bottles of wine that I've drunk tonight. And
what about you, Dan?
Yeah.
Sonny or Kane? Right, here's the thing. It's a different story for me before and behind the transfer window. I'd say Kane before the transfer window because, look, the records that he broke with the club, pretty much he was Mr. Tottenham. But then after that, you saw another side to him that we've never seen before. And then the space opened up almost for Sonny, and it felt perfectly for him because he started scoring goals like against Manchester City. The fans started loving him. He had the spotlight on him, and he performed perfectly. I mean, that man. I mean, I've heard these quotes from a lot of Tottenham YouTubers as well, that he would mow the lawn, that he would wash the dishes. But it is true. Like that, he loves the club. He genuinely loves the club, man. Like, I'd put Lucas Moura and Sonny as the two players that right now love the club the most.
Probably, yes. I mean, Lucas for certain. I mean, he's
Lucas will be
coins.
Lucas will be just washing his dishes, singing Tottenham songs. He's pretty much like.
I say that every time Lucas comes up.
That's Lucas's Twitter feed. That's his Twitter feed.
Unfortunately, what Kane did in the summer as well means he can't have a bad game now. Even if he's going through bad form. Even if he's going through a bad form and he doesn't score like he has been doing, I mean, there's obviously something more there. But if it wasn't, even if he was going through a bit of poor form, he's allowed some of the fan base to point the finger at him and question his commitment. Whereas it's never been the issue before. When he's gone through a barrel run before, we'd always said, you know what, you'll pull through. It's Spurs. Come on, Kane. You're having a bad run. We're with you. Whereas now. Unfortunately, there will be an element of fan base who will think, you know what, you want to fucking leave anyway. You're not playing for us because you want to fucking leave. The question he has allowed the fan base, some of the fan base, to question his commitment, and I feel bad. I feel so sad.
That's a really valuable commodity that he has willingly, happily, almost decided to risk so he can go and play for a bunch of oil slavers. Well done, Harry.
Yeah. Can't even get any fans in the stadium.
Colin, can I ask? Can Rez go on a rant, please? Because his rants on the oil slavers are something to fucking listen to. Yes. Seriously.
Yeah, I've seen one of them. I've seen one of the Pep Guardiola rants.
If you want to rant, you can. We've got all the time in the world.
I'll start off. I think Pep is amazing, Rez. What do you reckon?
Oh, shut up. No, it's more than just Pep. It's the entire everything that they represent is antithetical to the whole idea of football. Okay, football, sport, games are about competition. That's why we play them. It's what we do as human beings. We compete to see who is better, not who is richer, not who has the ability to go out there and buy whatever they want. That's first of all, it's classless, because it's the equivalent of a kid saying, you can play, but I bring the ball and I decide the rules. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, that can fuck off out of football, can fuck off out of sport. Then you add in all the other truly horrendous stuff that these people do outside of football, and they are tainting the game. And my thing, if I ever got the opportunity to say it to Harry Kane over the summer, I would say to him, look at yourself. that you are putting financial gain and the idea of winning trophies that are available every year so you can go and play for them.
Get your cameras up.
Have a look at yourself. And that's what I would say.
Oh, that's
Amen.
Looking up what
Hallelujah.
antithetical means. Bob's looking up what
Antithetical means the opposite of, basically. completely opposed to something. You know, so like, you know, Arsenal is antithetical to Spurs, if you like.
I've just come back from school. I've just come back from school.
Hey, we've got Ames with another great question. Sorry, if you guys, if we want to keep City ranting, we can keep City ranting.
Cool. No.
Wait, my father supports City, and I mean, not even he's a big Pep fan, so it's sad. Like the fact that he's begging fans to go to the stadium.
I assume that your father is not from the Emiratis. I assume that he was originally from England or Manchester, who actually supported them. And I can remember going up to Main Road, which was in the middle of Moss Side, and it wasn't very pleasant. And they had, all of the fans up there were very much Manchester. But nowadays,
it was a proper stadium, though, wasn't it?
It was.
It was a proper stadium.
Yeah. But nowadays, it just seems to be worse. Like
it was.
They just want to get people who spend money and go and buy stuff. And
they were a club with class. They were a club with class, but they're not.
What about this for a question? White Hart Lane or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
Oh, White Hart Lane. I've never been there.
100%, man.
You know, I've never been to White Hart Lane, but I've been to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium before.
But
Twice.
I'm sure that the atmosphere was just, it's one of a kind.
But the thing is that the two times that I went
to be honest,
for
Colin,
2 games, they were absolutely electric.
There's so many matches, it was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
But when Chelsea or someone big came to
the Mifflin sewage, the 45 minutes queue to the toilet and all that, but it was worth it.
Okay,
what
was your worst game at White Hart Lane? What was your worst game at White Hart Lane? We always talk about our best games.
Getafe.
What was your worst game at White?
Mine was Wigan 1-0.
I was there.
Wigan 1-0.
When we were 3-0 up against Man City. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Getafe, when the news started filtering around that Yol had been sacked, that was
half time.
I mean, it was horrendous, but it was also beautiful at the same time because you heard the crowd basically saying it was the first middle finger to Levy that we ever delivered.
It was,
but it was still so sad because we lost as well. I think it was 2-1. We lost. He was sacked, and it was a sad outcome. But there was some beauty to it as well.
That was a sad day.
No,
I wasn't alive, but it was
Man City.
Man City, 4-3.
Man City 4-3. We were 3-0 up at half time. Joey Barton got sent off just before half time.
I remember this.
And then we were 3-0 up, weren't we?
Yeah.
You were there.
I decided. Yes, I was there.
I was there.
And we were at home. And we were at home.
East Upper.
John Mackin.
John Mackin. Yeah.
Oh, mate.
We came out of the ground. I actually went there with my ex-missus, little Japanese girl, and we came out of the ground and I was there with my ex-missus and my brother, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Not really." My brother said, "Let's buy a bottle of whiskey." So we bought the bottle of whiskey and drank it on the train. And I fell up my stairs and I ended up in hospital. So it's
quite some memories.
Insult to injury. Injury to injury.
You would have done worse.
92-93, I think it was 1993, semi-final against Notts Forest at home when there was a bomb scare. Do you remember? And it got delayed. It got delayed and it didn't kick off till and then it went into extra time. It was pissing it down.
Is that the one with the snow and the orange?
Was that the snow one? That was 96.
Notts Forest fans actually outsang us that night. They were brilliant. Notts Forest fans. They were singing Brian Clough's Barmy Army constantly. Roy Keane got the header in extra time. It was great, but it was a great worst performance, a great worst time I've ever had because the atmosphere was brilliant. We didn't get home till 1 o'clock in the morning, or I think it was after 1. It was a bad day out, but you'll always remember it as one of those. A bit like the Man City game.
Yeah,
it was like that.
Are you in Nottingham, Bob?
The 5-3 with Man United. He's right on that one as well.
Another one for me was
Nottingham, Bob.
Sorry, man.
Are you in Nottingham?
Yeah, I'm in Nottingham. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Derby now.
I went to university there. I lived in Radford.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a rough area, mate. That is not. Oh,
Love it.
fucking hell. Oh, Radford boy.
They just sacked a legend, didn't they? Not on a Forest. They just sacked the old Christian.
Oh, did they?
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, seriously? Yeah.
Yesterday, yeah.
What about Derby? What about Derby?
Derby,
Fucking
yeah,
hell,
in
man.
the
Yeah, I
administration.
saw that. Yeah.
In the
Has he
mire,
been
man.
sacked
In
as
the mire.
well?
No,
No,
Derby.
Derby's
No,
sacked.
administration.
12 points deduction. 12 points deduction and going into
Is
admin.
it? They got another one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You know what?
Really?
For this
Go on,
question, I'll say Ardiles
To sell or keep?
to keep. Here's why. One of my first memories growing up was my great grandfather would put me in the crib and he'll be playing that the cup song, the one that was like in the cup for Tottenham.
Oh, yeah.
Spurs are on their way to Wembley.
Spurs are going to do it again. Tottenham's going to do it
They
again.
can't stop
They
us.
can't stop us. The boys
Boys
from
from
Tottenham.
the boys from
White
White
Hart.
Hart.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dan's on it.
That's like one of the best songs I've heard in my childhood. One of that's like the song that I sing in the shower. So,
So nostalgia.
You never had
nostalgia
there's like a
Nice.
photo of
factor here.
our Ardiles in my great grandfather's. It used to be in his my grandfather's house. Photo of Ardiles holding up the FA Cup. So
It's the equivalent of
Man,
ancient history for
Google-
Dan, isn't it?
Google the
Going back
Beatles,
at that
man.
time, that is ancient history.
yeah,
Dan, Google the Beatles. Just do it yourself.
God.
No, but I like your answer.
That's
a good
hard.
answer, and I like the nostalgia.
But respect to Gaza though. Respect to Gaza because I've heard a lot of documentaries of him, especially Brian Daigle. He's a big Gaza fan, and he sent me a few documentaries.
I
of
can't wait
Gaza,
to see the
so-
comments on this one.
Do you guys mind if I smoke, by the way? Obviously, you can't smell it, but
I was going to say,
You're
as
all
long as
good,
nowhere
man.
near me. Gaza for me is, I'm Brian Daigle. Me and Brian Daigle are exactly the same. The best player ever to have played for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club.
Aaron,
I'm not going to lie.
Aaron is in the
It's
comments agreeing
more. Our
with you.
dealings is based more on videos and
Right,
videos. Dan, little things that we used to put into machines and press play, or YouTube as known now. But Gaza for me, best player ever. The FA Cup in '91 was Gaza led. Won't talk about the final. The free kick will go down as the best ever goal I've seen live. The quarterfinals against Notts County, the Harding elbow, everything about Gaza. The 1990 World Cup for England. If you ever want to see Gary Lineker and Gaza at peak, watch a quarterfinal against Cameroon, 1990 World Cup.
Yeah.
We 2-1 down, we came back and won 3-2, and it was Gaza and Lineker who turned it around. So for me, Gaza, I've always said he's the best player I've ever seen, and he will remain. So for me, it's easy choice. It's Gaza all the way.
I think Gaza is England's greatest ever player as well. I think he's England's greatest ever player. He turned it on for England, didn't he? He really turned it on for England.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so jealous of Daigle. I'm so jealous of Brian Daigle. He actually watched the England goal, the England Scotland Euro '96.
Oh yeah.
Oh, where he did that thing over and then
Hendry.
and then shit.
Dennis.
Flipped it over Colin Hendry.
Hendry, yeah.
That is just
It's so difficult
That's
for
my
me
first
to
memory. That's my
decide. I
first
can't-
footballing memory. That really is. That's just sensational.
For me, Ardiles represents something. Bear in mind when we brought, and I'm not choosing either. I can't choose between them. But the thing I'd say about Ozzy is that he represented the rebirth of Spurs after the pain of relegation in the late 70s. You know, when they arrived after the World Cup, him and Ricky Villa, it was a real transformative moment. It was us making a statement again, saying, you know what, we might have been relegated, but we're fucking back.
It was unheard of, wasn't it? It was unheard of getting those caliber players. Yeah.
Have any of you guys seen the documentary on ESPN about that season when we won the FA Cup with Gaza? I mean, with Ardiles and Ricky Villa.
Yeah.
81.
It's on ESPN.
Yeah, in 1981. Well, that was the thing. I mean, the beauty of that, there was a brilliant, beautiful moment before that where they did a live satellite phone call with Ozzy's and Ricky's families over in Argentina. That I think was the day before, or the week before the final, or something. I mean, it was beautiful. But then you compare that with Gaza and Schoolboy's own stuff, and just the magician that the man was, the
shot with no
genius.
booze and
Yeah, you know, I mean, they say that genius burns bright and burns quickly, and Gaz is the epitome of that because
something Aaron
He
put
was
in
never
the
the same
comments.
player after that Gary Charles tackle, was ever.
In future episodes, we're gonna give every contestant a red card that they can use just one time per game to choose to kind of opt out of that round and not.
Well,
have
I've got a red card. I've got a red card with me right now.
We'll have you.
Because I don't know if you guys know that I'm a certified referee.
He's a yeah, he is.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so you're the person who will abuse in years to come.
Fucking shit.
We could have used you at
I'm the one that sends off the parents.
We could have used you at Red because that guy was not doing a very good job. To say the least.
You're very quiet, Colin. I can't hear you.
Oh, well, I was just going to say that we could have used Dan at Ren because that
again, mate, don't use the word abuse with that tush, especially when you're talking about kids. All right.
Oh, I said use. I said use.
Oh, you. I thought you said abuse. Sorry.
You're talking about Colin or Tommy.
I was going to say, I don't know which one of us looks more like we shouldn't be around school.
Right, well, that's a big question tonight. That's best. Who's touch going to West Ham?
Yeah, who's touching better?
Wow.
Tommy.
One of the
Okay. Yeah.
So I've gone for the Charlie Chaplin, right?
And Buttfucker's gone for...
Does anyone remember the Aussie, the Boom guy? The Aussie
BBC
Boom?
80s DJ.
Aussie Boom cricketer.
I think, and apologies, Tommy, I'm going to have to go with Collins to stay. It's just there's that handlebar thing to it. It's got that really great 70s vibe to it, you know, and it's a classic, really.
I have to agree. You've got to just
so on that one.
Yeah, I have to agree. The ginger Ted Lasso, he has to stay. So
by the way, no season 2 spoilers, please.
I made sure to keep
don't worry, I won't.
The soul patch.
Do what you want.
Yes.
The tash just says buttfucker. So yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It does.
That was very harsh.
BF. That's my initials. Buck Funkley.
I mean, to be fair, Tommy, your moustache looked like it took some actual real styling. I mean, styling my goatee is an effort, you know, when I shave. So I can respect
styling my hair as well.
Tommy almost looks like it's two poodles kissing each other. Like if you look real close,
He's not great.
like it's two dogs kissing.
I've never heard that. I've never heard this two poodles
I've got
kissing.
the red card.
Yeah, Dan, I think
red card
you're
in all of them.
automatically exempt from having to answer, if we're being honest.
I've got an Anna and Elsa hat on.
It's like two caterpillars saying hello.
Your own mum says you look like a creeper, by the way.
No, but listen, look at this. Look, I'm sorry, but that is real Italian waiter perfection.
Yes,
there,
Tommy, yes.
You know, that little gap in the middle, the hair sort of sweeping across, a lot of respect for that, but the handlebar wins.
Are we talking about football now?
Is there a gap, Tommy?
Yes, we have a good one. We have a really good one in the comments.
What's the guy in 40 Towers? I'm a spitting image.
I was going to say, it says your beard looks like it's social distancing, Tommy.
I am
from Brian David.
It's because it's late. I can't sort of put it together.
No, you shouldn't. You keep it separate.
Yeah, keep it separate.
Yeah,
That's styled.
That's two caterpillars creating.
Mario.
I can't do it.
Mario.
It looks like Manuel.
Mr. Pringle's still the best. I've got so much flack this week, but Mr. Pringle is the best. You'll never beat.
Hey, my mom wants to know if you're Luigi or Mario.
That's a good question to ask. Who do you send to West Ham?
Man. I'm Mario all day long. I'm the leader.
Yeah, and I think you're probably not tall enough to be Luigi, but I've never seen you in real life. I'm just guessing.
I've got a photo of me at a fancy dress party dressed in full Mario kit.
Yes, we're gonna need to see that at some point.
I don't know how to send it to you, otherwise I would dig it out and share.
Well, okay, this is one that I'm ignorant about. This I'm ignorant about.
Mate, I look fucking awesome. I look amazing. I really do.
Waddle or Ginola?
Yeah, that's a difficult one.
Gin for me.
I have no. I can't. I have no.
Waddle.
I can't say anything.
Waddle for me.
Gin for me because I didn't see Waddle. I did see Gin.
Yeah, I'm going to say Ginola. They go against, was it
Waddle
Barnsley?
Barnsley.
Yeah. I've seen Waddle. I've seen Waddle play as well, but for me, I saw
Waddle.
Ginola for longer. I saw Waddle towards the end. I think literally the season before he went. So no, for me, Ginola, man, Ginola. He had better hair, although. Waddle did have bad hair as well, didn't he? Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Are we talking about hair? Are we sticking with hair? Are we talking about quality? Because you can't beat a mullet. Waddle wins every time. You can't beat a mullet, can you? You cannot beat a mullet. So
it was dyed mullet as well. It was dyed mullet.
You should try and beat mullets, but beat really.
Well, mom's weighed in. Ginola was beautiful, according to mom.
Easy tiger.
Danny says,
I actually on Shelfside Spurs, when they asked me for my memories, and they said which goal would you most want to score, I actually picked Ginola's one against Barnsley because it was a thing of beauty. It was a thing of absolute beauty. It really was.
Which goal you wouldn't relive again?
Ginola scoring against Barnsley. I would love to be able to do that myself.
For me, it'd be. I think we all have. A lot of us would probably have the similar answer.
Oh, Lucas Moura, probably.
Yeah.
Lucas Moura.
Yeah. I want to be Harry Kane scoring that goal in the North London derby from the ridiculous angle that went.
That was my first ever game watching Tottenham.
The one with the mask, that was brilliant as well.
That was my first ever game watching Tottenham.
That
really
Gaz's free kick.
Great initiation.
I think Danny Rose's goal against.
God. Yeah, good shout.
And Ricky Villa's against Man City. I mean, there's so many beautiful ones that we've
Sorry
seen.
about that. That was so beautiful. I couldn't help but score it.
Yeah. You were magnificent that day, Jens. You really were. The fact that you turned yourself. The fact that you turned yourself into a bearded Argentinian just for that occasion.
Didn't know that.
And went and did that silky beautiful goal. I mean, I think we should deify you for that. Really, I think it's on the cards.
Absolutely.
Well,
why not,
gentlemen? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is the end of the show. This is where tonight's episode kind of all comes to an end, but I want to thank everybody for being here for the pilot test episode of the show. And I think the network's going to pick us up. I think this is going to be a weekly thing, boys and girls.
With that intro, you definitely
it's all about syndication, which I don't understand at all, but I've heard it's important.
I'm going to Google it, and I'll get to some people. We'll see what we can do about syndication.
Send me a link.
It's a game show. Someone needs to win.
Who won?
I mean,
that would be.
Me, of course. I asked the best question.
Well, I'm going to pick Dan because he's going to red card me if I don't. And I don't.
True.
But you're the host. You're the host.
You would choose a young man, wouldn't you?
You're red carded. And Ricky, well, Jens, you win.
For the goal that he scored.
And for being
it's
a drunk.
the first time I've ever won anything in my life. I'm so
you little trophy to hold up.
Yeah, whatever.
You really like me, don't you?
Hey, and I have to apologize. I have an outro that's coming up, and I put the contestants, but a lot of people joined kind of later than when I made this. So if you're not included, please don't be sad. Thank you all for being here for the first episode of Keep or West Ham.
Tune in next week for some more butt fucking.
And better. It'll be even better next week. Same time, same place.
Oh, so funny.
I was getting.
It was still live. It was still live. He's done it again.